Love it. Love it. Perfect. Perfect. No notes. I think we're live. Maybe. Yes, we are. Hello. It's what are you doing better in this game, Naked? That is how it goes. Speed is king. You will always do better naked than you ever do in armor. This is a fun fact about the video game. This is a fun fact about the video game that most people don't know. Alright. What was I doing? Where did I die? Does anybody remember where I died? I must have died. But to what? And for what reason? Hello, how are you? We are currently trying to remember where I died. Where did I die? And for what reason? I must have died to something, correct? Incorrect? Yes? No? Oh, I think I remember. Vaguely. Vaguely. Vaguely? It's been a while. It's been over a week. To state when and where and why and how. Would be to pull from the deepest recesses of my mind. And I don't trust myself going deep in there. You good? I'm great. I am excited. It's good to be back. I'm a little bit tired. I had the most rancid nap earlier. You know, you go to sleep thinking that you're going to get a little bit of a just a restful little nap. And instead you wake up and you go, where the frick am I? What year is it? That's what it was. And my head hurt pretty bad. But we're normal now, or at least we try to be. I was playing a lot of Darktide. I've been playing a lot of Darktide. Let me amend that statement. Let me amend that statement. I've been playing a ton of Darktide because they released this Skitarii class. Sleeping past the alarm core. Yeah, I've always had to set like 9 alarms in order to actually get up. I have issues, difficulties getting up at the right times without 73 billion alarms. Takes me a while to get to sleep, and it takes me a while to get out of sleep. I am never consistent with it. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I did die up there, because I am soulless and also humanityless. Didn't I die to trees? I feel like I died to trees. I feel like I died to trees. I was trying to get the East armor, if I remember correctly. I might be, like, I might be confusing this Kalpa with a different one. This might be visions from another life. I don't know. But we'll find out. We'll find out. Yeah! See? I remember correctly. I remember correctly. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I got aided by a tree. That is pretty rough. That's a bad way to go. Becoming fertilizer for demonic foliage is not on my bucket list. Goose tree. Sure. Hi, Crazy. How are you doing? Everybody's here. Somebody play the Smash Bros. Theme. Everybody's here to say hello. Let's go get our souls. I'm really more worried about the humanity. That's what I'm always worried about more, is the humanity. Okay, they die in one hit. I must have gotten overwhelmed in some way. Ow. But they also do a lot of damage. I wanted to sprint. I didn't mean to roll. I wanted to sprint. Moss clump. Moss clump. There we go. See, yeah, 3 humanity. That's what I wanted to save. Had to look back. You missed and then got command grabbed. Yeah! I got punished. I got, what is that? Whiff punish. Straight into, Zangief's pile driver. It's rough out here. Hit me not! I should play a fighting game sometime. The problem is that, like, people watch people play fighting games to be good at fighting games, and I am not good at fighting games. It's not like I would be fighting other people, right? Like, it's not like I'm gonna go online on Street Fighter 6. I'd be, like, doing arcades or stuff like that. And maybe that would be fun, just for the fact that I like fighting games. But I'm like, oh, you know, that's not entertaining content. But also, maybe you should just stream games you want to play because you want to play them. I don't know. I don't make the rules. You want to get good at Rivals of Aether. Oh, guys. Game's not finished. Send it back. Send it back. Game's not finished. Floating tree. There's a floating tree here. Also, it seems like there's another tree inside the tree. I don't know what that's about. That's a little bit odd. What I would assume, and this might be crazy talk, is that that little skirt part at the bottom of the tree is a separate texture. It's a separate model. And then the actual trunk of the tree goes straight up, and the skirt part goes away. Dang, ads. Puts a bucket over Bea's head and steals their sweet rolls? But I need those. I'm gonna suffer a sugar crash. How are you doing, Nikki? Why are you putting... Soul Calibur 2 slaps? What? Weapon Master might be a good thing to stream. Weapon Master might be a good stream. Ah, I didn't even think about Weapon Master. Doesn't every game have a floating tree? Just about every single one. Hammer, correct. Wow, you guys are talkative tonight. How have you guys been? It's been about a week. What have you guys been up to? What's everyone doing? I know it's not as... I was kind of planning to stream on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, any day to get back into it, but it just didn't work out. And I'm kind of glad I didn't. I took a couple days to rest my voice and had the most rancid nap known to mankind. It wasn't restful, but I am alive. Rivals either Smash Column. There's two of them. First one I think is better, but it has a character. First one, but it has a character. So you're going to play the first one to master it? I did play Rivals of Aether 1. I think it was an Xbox arcade game? Was it Game with Gold or arcade? Everyone is sick here? Yeah, I've heard that there's something going around. There's a little bit of a sickness going around. I have heard of that. There are some people on my show who are sick. I'm glad I didn't get sick. I hate being sick. I'm useless when I'm sick. I'm like... Oh, the sweet release of death. Mother, please take me to the sea that I may see it one last time. But, luckily I didn't get sick. You're relatively okay? You gotta bug people physically. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I don't... Maybe you were trying to... Everyone is sick, like, in the head. Mentally. They're not okay. It's lasted a few weeks at this point. Do you know what it is? Nope. Hello. Welcome back. Thanks for watching ads. I appreciate it. That was scary. I didn't like that. Yeah, I'm looking at it. It seems like the last stream was 11 days ago, which is a little bit more than a week. It's not ideal when this is like my one source of income at the moment, but that's okay. That's okay. We're still alive. We're still working. You love the Mushroom Men? You got your dad's cat from his house. COVID-2. Hopefully not COVID-2. Your dad's cat from his house since the things happened. She's been super happy to have someone around again. Good. Good cat. I like cats. I have a cat. I hate my cat. You love the Mushroom Man. I love the gif of the Mushroom Man punching the guy who's doing the well, what is it emote in the face and the guy immediately dying. That's one of my favorites. Her name's Mrs. Norris, and she's been chilling in your room. Mrs. Norris is a really good cat name. It's a really good cat name. You got 6 cats. What do you do with all those cats? Why do you have so many cats? What are you going to do with all those cats? Sif is dead. We don't need to worry about Sif. Are you ever so bored but don't want to do anything? I think that's called depression. And it usually requires effort from a therapist. Or medication. We scraped the glue off my window so she can see the outside. You have glue on your windows? Are you a glue window licker? Son of a crazy cat lady. Also, you should have fought Sif. Sif is a good fight. Sif is a good fight. And it's 40,000 souls. So it's well worth doing. And you get the Covenant of Artorias, which is necessary to beat the video game. You are going to therapy? Good. Therapy's good. Therapists are good. Sometimes. Sometimes they're not. It's like any medical professional. You're going to have ones who are very good at the job, and you're going to have ones who aren't. You win some, you lose some, basically. But I do believe that therapy is great. People should at least be able to dig around into their own thoughts and emotions and try to figure out what's going on in there. Even if they do it for themselves. It's good. Good to be in touch with oneself. Either through meditation or... Privacy, just roll it on with a paint roller and it leaves a glue skin. Elmer's glue function is a great insulator. Huh. Huh. I have never heard it being used that way, but I guess it makes sense. I should have known the sin that it created. The Lord will not grant me into heaven for the atrocity you committed. What? Are you going to admit to a murder in my chat, Cobalt? Because I don't know if I'm legally equipped to deal with that information. Where do I come from? Where did I go? Where did I come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Ah, here we are. No, it has to do with Sif. He didn't kill it. Well, killing Sif, I think, is more of a sin than leaving Sif alive. If I had to wager, and I'm a betting man, let me let you know. I would believe that leaving Sif alive is a kinder act than killing Sif. Personally, that would be my assumption. All right. Down we go. We didn't kill any of these guys. There are two ways to clean it off. Either a wet rag or a plastic scraper or a razor blade. Ugh. The ways a razor blade on glass makes me kind of like, oh, I just imagined the scraping. Ah, oh, ow, ooh, didn't like that. Bad sensory function. Black Knight Sword is much better. Black Knight Sword is much better. Sorry, Black Knight Sword is probably one of the best weapons in the game. If you're going to use a weapon between the Demon's Great Hammer and the Black Knight Sword, if you're asking which is better, it's the Black Knight Sword. By far. It is a much better weapon. The wet rag and plastic scraper is messier but easier, whereas the razor blade leaves a lot of fun dried glue flakes. That is doing horrible things. I feel it. I feel the scraping. Sorry, I'm giving myself sensory... Like, okay, wait. In my last show, there was a moment where they had to come in and it was like a rainstorm outside. So they were wearing like those plastic rain ponchos. Oh, man, sorry, I'm like, just even describing it or thinking about it makes me all like, So, they have to come in, and they did this thing where they were like wiping the water off of them because someone behind stage was just giving them like a spray bottle misting, so it looks like they had been out in the rain, and they would come in and wipe their ponchos, and the sound of the scraping plastic made me want to die. I had to pretend that I wasn't affected because, you know, why would my character be affected? But me, real life me, was like, I was having a horrible time. Sometimes that's the way it is. Sometimes that's the way it be. Can I level up? Absolutely not. Black Knight Sword. You ever put the 1990 flash on in the background and look up to see crazy on the screen? And sometimes randomly Mark Hamill? No, I cannot say that that is a relatable experience, but I'm very glad that you yourself are enjoying that experience. Because that is, that sounds like a good one to have. I also started playing Warframe again. I'm taking a break from Warframe. I've been playing Destiny 2, but I haven't played Destiny 2 in a... Well, I guess I played it yesterday, I think. I haven't been playing in earnest, because I've been playing, lots and lots of Dark Tide. Apparently Warframe is on the Switch too, so you might be playing again. That's interesting. I mean, that makes sense. That feels real. You might have already told you this. No, I think this is new. I think this is new information. You've been playing a lot of Destiny 2? Destiny 2 has got a good final update. I'm very sad it's dead. I am very sad it's dead. Oh, wait, I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do, chat. I know what I want to do. Chat, I know what I want to do today. Chat, no. Yeah. I think... Yes, no, wait. I know the best way to do this. Eat Dangus Spaceship video game has a thing coming on Tuesday, so that's gonna be... They're still making more stuff for Elite Dangerous? I mean, I get... How old is Elite Dangerous? Does anybody know the exact age of Elite Dangerous in the chat? You fell off so hard on Destiny 2 like 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, I gave up about 2-ish years ago. I think Lightfall was the last expansion. I didn't buy it. I didn't play it. I was pretty much done at that point. I really liked Beyond Light. I really liked Witch Queen. Forsaken was pretty good. I didn't care for Shadowkeep. That's probably not a controversial opinion. I didn't care for... Where's our Pyromancer friend? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where's our Pyromancer friend? We're actually kind of getting an empty Firelink Shrine. Because Laurentius is gone, Lautrec is gone, Anastasia is gone, Petrus is gone. Have you ever seen any of the Amazing Digital Circus? Dangerous is 11 or 12 years old now. Huh. So it's about the same age as Warframe, then? I guess that makes sense. The series as a whole is from 1984, written by George Orwell. J-O-R-J-O-R-W-E-L. George Orwell. I have seen probably the first episode of the Amazing Digital Circus. I have seen the part where Zach Hadel was a fish in the Amazing Digital Circus. I have seen, and I know a lot about the Amazing Digital Circus through online discourse. Online discourse, but I haven't seen most of the show, no. Which Queen was the last thing you played? Harder to beat that one raid, or raids were actually more harder to find? Yes. It's so sad, because I do want to beat the raids. I do want to beat, like, the last couple of raids they release. But, like, finding people who would play those raids with me is going to be, like, nearly impossible now. Sherpa me through some of the last couple years of content. Especially because I've heard that the last couple of raids have been really hard. Like, riding a bike. Also, is it normal for Golden Butthead to release himself? He will. He will release himself if you ignore him and kill the gargoyles. He will release himself if you ignore him. How many gift subs would it take for you to stream episode 2? Am I allowed to stream episodes? I don't accept bribes, is first and foremost. But am I allowed to do that? Am I going to get DMCA'd? How does that work? I feel like the government's gonna come knock down my door. You don't think so? So since it's YouTube? Oh, thank you for reminding me to take a drink of this milk I have here. Plain milk, by the way. I just have a glass of plain milk to accompany me on this fine night. Oh. I should make another channel point redeem that's just waste points. I should make just another channel point redeem that's just waste points. That'd probably be nice. 2% milk goes hard. All milk goes hard. I'm a big fan of milk. I'm a big fan of milk. It's one of my favorites. Good drink milk is. Dinosaur facts. Uh-oh. Okay. Give me a second. The blue whale is bigger than any dinosaur at 108 feet long. The blue whale is bigger than any dinosaur at 108 feet long. Now I gotta go to the list of favorited words. I don't like the word oral. I'm really not a big fan of the word oral. Don't like oral. I think that word sucks. Apparently, no, you technically cannot react to it without permission. I'm sorry for bringing it up. That's okay. You didn't know. I didn't know either. That's why I asked. I cannot react to it without permission. Do I have to send a message to Gooseworks? Is that how it works? Goose? Yeah, we'll work with that. That's fine. That was fine. Do you have to ask Gooseworks directly? Or is it a Glitch Productions thing? It was Glitch, right? Fair oral is a weird word, gives the bad goosebumps. Yeah, I don't like the word oral. I should watch Moral Oral. I've heard Moral Oral is really good, but that name is hard to say. And I don't like that. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blighttown. We actually are pretty much done in Blighttown. There's only a few things we need to do left. First of all, look who's here. Shiva of the East.
Hello.
You can't send Goose twice in a row? Why?
But why? I love collecting.
Oh, are you gonna get flagged as a bot?
But I can only
there are some lovely viewers of mine who have the experience of being flagged as a bot. Anyways, if you join the Forest Hunter Covenant, he sells rare weapons. He sells rare weapons. You can get unlimited Uchi katanas this way. He also sells the Eastwood Grain Ring, and this is the only way to get that. I don't know, chat. Should I kill him here? Chat, are we feeling killing him here? Do we want to buy any of these weapons, or should we kill him? What are you feeling, chat? Flippy, I'm seeing some... Should we buy the Demon Great Machete? I mean, I guess if we really want it, we could farm it. I guess if we really want it, we could farm it. I think we already have a Stone Greatsword. We don't have a Flamberge. Shotel you get from what's-his-face. Uchi Katana you can get from killing the one guy. Washing Pole is only from him, but we're never going to use the Washing Pole. Claw we're never going to use. Demon Spear, you can farm that. Do you guys think we should buy the Eastwood Grain Ring? I already have an axe. I have one held. Can you see? One held. Held one. I have one axe. Might as well buy the Demon Great Machete or buy the ring. But I don't really need it. Slows was wow. L's are lost to me. I
see. Suits me.
I'll be seeing you then. Okay, cool. Demon Great Machete is a fun weapon. I used it for a Pyramid Head cosplay once. Alright, bye.
Some guts to turn on us. Have a look. You. Poor fool. You.
By the way, the ninja is supposed to be his bodyguard. My man just watched his boss get flattened and did nothing about it. Hot stuff, dude. That's awesome. That is awesome. I love that for us. This is a little bit funky. Hi! Your tablet froze. I am sorry to hear that. Swo's was of doability. Maybe I should just do the whole stream as an uwu. As an uwu girl. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Aw, it doesn't work in the swamp. It does not work in that swamp. That's pretty good souls for killing those guys. Hello? Is there anyone down here? Oh! Who is that? in the distance. Why, I think it's our good friend Laurentius. What's he doing down here in Blighttown? Hi, Laurentius. I'm sorry, my friends. Our cheerful pyromancer friend, who tells us not to dare to go hollow, has himself hollowed. This happens if you tell him about the Chaos Pyromancy that you pick up either from joining the Chaos Servants Covenant, Great Chaos Fireball, or buying one from Quelana. Pyromancy Duel. You can have it that he never dies if you refuse to tell him where the, if you refuse to tell him where the, pyromancy is. And that's that. Our dear friend. I did hollow him. Just to show that you can. He deserves the invader treatment. Invaders in Dark Souls 1 are always the worst. Always the worst. I actually don't like invading as a mechanic in general. I know. Piss baby behavior. But I don't like, especially because a lot of invaders are very self-righteous about it. They're like, well, I have to be an absolute dick because I want to win. And it's like,
I was expecting you.
yeah, but then you can't get mad that you get ganked, or that you get seed of the giant tree, or you get, like, if you want to win at all costs, so does the host. And you're a greater, like, you have far less to lose than the host does. So, I don't see why, it's only your ego that's in danger here. Most people who are serial invaders aren't invading for humanity or for souls. They're invading to ruin someone else's day. To prove that they are better at the game in someone else in a capacity that the game does not prepare you for except through repeated invasions. You're just chilling out being a bird? That's big. That's big. People love that. Buy these. I didn't have enough souls.
Now go. Whatever best man.
Yep, do not crack and go hollow, unlike our dear friend Laurentius of the Great Swoon. I don't know. I have fun in the PvP in this game. Let me say, I do have, not in this game, in Dark Souls 3 in particular. I liked the PvP in Dark Souls 3, but I was not a big fan of, like, I just don't like the mindset of invaders, especially with how big Elden Ring got. Which means that you have a lot of people who don't, quote-unquote, follow the rules, quote-unquote. Because a lot of the earlier Souls games had some pretty arbitrary restrictions on PvP, right? They had, like, this is your level cap for PvP, and this is what you do, and this is the, how you say, rules of engagement, right? This is how you're supposed to play. You haven't tried it yet, but you don't like PvP usually anyways. I like it every now and then. I don't know. PvP really gets at my gap between knowledge and execution. Like, I know the correct strategies. I know what weapons are supposed to be able to do what, or, like, how you're supposed to play. I am not as well practiced as I need to be to actually pull it off. So it's like, it really gets at my sense of, I know what I should be doing. No, I cannot pull it off. And that makes me upset sometimes. It makes me upset sometimes. It just makes your heart rate spike and it doesn't feel good. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Sometimes PvP is really scary. It is really scary. Soul of a brave warrior. Soul of a brave warrior. Getting big souls. Is this an instant death fall? Yes, I think it is. Alright. I think we have to fall over here if we want to fall at all. Ow. Ow. That's what I was trying to do. Yes, it's a deathfall. PvP scares you. Oh, we did the devil's number of damage. We are damned. Ow. Woo! Wee, baby. Not intentional. Not intentional. Give me a sippy. Ah! This sucks. This sucks. Give me a sippy. This is why I took 20 Estus flasks. So I could heal tank my way through everything. We're good! We're good. We won. There wasn't even an issue. It was not even close, kids. It was not even an issue. Alright. This is why I have the rusted iron ring, so I can walk around in the tar pit without getting slowed. Because we're going to have to kill some Titanite demons. That's good damage on the Titanite demon. Give me a sip, because I don't want to die. This is one of the big problems of being a very fast build. Is that, no armor means big hit. But your goal is to not get hit in the first place. You got to the point where the Fortress of Pain. You know, actually, I was looking into it a long time ago. So this image, or this memory is half probably hallucination. But Sen's fortress, a lot of people are like, who is Sen's? Why does Sen have a fortress, and what does he do in the lore? Who is Sen's in the lore? Well, it might not be an actual character at all. It might be a reference to a Japanese castle famous for its booby traps that I think is also named Sen's. And by might, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a reference to a Japanese castle that has a lot of booby traps. And it's not any actual character in the lore, it's a Japanese folklore thing. Fun facts! Ow. Forgotten where you probably do the gauntlets without much issue. That's good. Sen's is a whole thing. Skill issue if you get to... Skill issue if you get hit 2B TBH. Correct, Inthapin, thank you. You thought Sen was an old dragon, probably dead? Dragons don't build much. It's one of the things, is that they lived in a land of gray fog and gray trees. They don't build much. So kind for you to wait for your... Yeah, I know. You have to get a sippy when you can. You have to get a sippy where you can. Technically, there is Sin in Dark Souls 2, but it's not exactly the same. And isn't Sin, like, didn't they build around Sin rather than Sin built whatever was around Sin? Like, Sin was a dragon that was obsessed about by a king. There's your fan service shot of grape juice, guys. I hope you enjoyed your fan service shot of grape juice. It will be $5. For some reason, I have decided that I want to learn how to draw. And I'm like, that is not a good idea, my friend. Why do you want to do that to yourself? Why do you want to put so much time and effort into something that you're going to drop within a couple of weeks? Where did this desire come from? I don't know where it came from, but I have decided that I want to do. So I might go get some paper and pencils and draw something dumb so that I can remind myself how much I hate drawing. Might do that. Might do that. How much I am bad at art. Oh, whoa, that was buffered. I pressed B like 9 minutes ago. What do you mean? Yeah, the poison dragon Sin had the city of Shulva built around him in which they worshipped him as a god. Sin didn't seem to mind until York stabbed him with a stupid big spear. Cool! Like Skyrim. That's like Skyrim, everybody. The only game where dragons are worshipped as gods. Ow! Die. This guy's always a little bit awkward to get at. Lots of large Titanite shards. They are very much encouraging you to go back and level up your weapon. They are very much encouraging you to go back and level up your weapon. Dead snake. That snake is dead. Ba 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 ba. I don't know why Yankee Doodle's in my head. Merry Christmas, everybody. It's Yankee Doodle time. Meow. Snake. Okay. I don't like that I can't one-shot them. No hyper armor. But if I hit them once, I can stagger them hard enough that I can hit them again, which is all good. You think it's silly you can have a plus 15 weapon before Anne Orlando? I love that you can have a plus 15 weapon before Anne Orlando. Yankee Doodle isn't a Christmas song?
Forgive me.
Maybe not for you. For me, it's the most Christmas that ever Christmas.
Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall, or a ball to be precise. I'm afraid I'm a bit stuck to love running those things. So here I sit in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak.
I'm glad you thought that was funny.
Perhaps I could try some rolling. Bah, no chance. My head would spin.
He's having trouble. Yeah, anal rodeo. Classic. That's what it is. That's where you go. Anne Orlando. Palace of the Gods. I don't know if we're gonna kill Ornstein and Smo tonight. We might. I don't see why not. I haven't... Where are we? How long? We've only been here for like 30 minutes. We might be able to kill Ornstein and Smo tonight. I don't know how long I'll go for. Probably not super duper long, but I always say that. It is filled with a bunch of... You're thinking of Izalith. You're thinking of Izalith, my friend. Izalith is the one filled with all the dead dragon buds. Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! White fog! It's been a long time since you played. That is totally fair. That is totally fair. Okay. Cool. Ooh! Man Serpent Greatsword. Man Serpent Greatsword is a very good strength weapon, everybody. We like the Man Serpent Greatsword, don't we? Die, Snake. Large soul of a proud knight. We don't need to do that yet. We can do that in a second. Black Sorcerer set. I'm sad the Black Sorcerer set never came back. It was cool. I mean, it's just a recolor of the base Sorcerer set, but if I had to choose between the two of them, I would choose the Black Sorcerer set over the base Sorcerer set. IMO. I don't want to do that yet. We didn't go down there, didn't we? Interesting. Interesting. That's an important place to go, though. So we probably should. Probably should. There are several important things down there. And now we wait. Doing front flips instead of rolling? Yep, that's what that ring does. That's what the, This special ring, crafted in an eastern land, is made of gold, but with a wood grain crest on its surface. Agents of subterfuge in this faraway land are particularly fond of the dark gold wood grain, which greatly alters its wearer's rolling action. Thinking about version 1 where the bounding demons all instantly aggroed. Oh man, I bet that made for a very fun experience for everyone involved. I bet everyone had a great time when the bounding demons instantly aggroed. Very good. Very good. So this is what I'm talking about. Watch this. We're gonna let this scary... Ah! I didn't mean to get hit by that. That's my bad. That's my bad. I thought I was gonna miss it. No, don't hit me again! Please. Please! Okay! It doesn't make rolls more effective? Yes. Yes, it does. It makes rolls very effective. Okay! Wow! That was pretty good. That was pretty good. We survived. Need to make that a sound clip? I don't see why we would. You can clip it. If you want to clip it, go ahead and press the clip button. If you would rather not clip it, you don't need to do that. Alright, here's the first instance of one of gaming's most famous enemies. I mean, I know they're stolen from D&D, but, like, the FromSoft one is very iconic. Because they have very strange sound effects. And it drops a lightning spear. Oh, man. I don't like that the rocks can hit you like 9 or 10 or 10 and 22 times. They can reduce you to dead very quickly. Yeah, that's good. Oh, okay. That could also hit you multiple times. Very good. Very good. Slender. Yeah, the mimics. I do love that the mimics look like that. D&D mimics aren't twinks unlike this tall drink of water. Amen. Are you thirsty, chat? Because your drinks have just arrived. It's grape juice in the mimic. Everybody loves grape juice in the mimic. Isn't there an item over here? Am I misremembering? I am misremembering. Take a drink of whatever I have. More milk down the hatch. Ah, sweet milk. Mother's milk. No, didn't like that. I don't know why I said that. You sounded like Zap Brannigan there for a second. When I was talking about what? I think I could do a Zap Brannigan impression. I don't remember what he sounds like, but if you give me a second, I bet I could do a Zap Brannigan impression. Cobalt, if you're doing a magic build, this guy is really important.
You seem quite lucid. A rare thing in these times.
Why do you say that? I don't know.
I have a bright idea. Suppose you set me free.
I think I've been trying to lower the filter because I need unhinged things to say. Unfortunately, the things become a bit
The inactivity.
bizarre. He has a big hat, yeah. It's a mystery as to why FromSoft decided he should be named Big Hat Logan. Yeah, I wonder why he's called that. I don't know. It's strange. It's a weird name for a guy like that. Big Hat. I don't know. Big Hat seems kind of emotionally unavailable. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Sorry, I'm getting back up to the top. Emotionally, yes. Physically, he is thirsty? Huh. He needs to take a drink of water. A drink of water for the Big Hat Man. He needs water. Alright. Now we're back to where we were before I threw myself off. Very good. Very good. I love it. Fair trade. Fair trade. Okay, we're good. I didn't like bouncing there. I wasn't a fan of that. On account of the big hat, you know, it consumes all emotional availability. Cursed object. The big hat is a cursed object. That's fun to know. I don't like that he survived with like 6 hit points. Not a big fan of that. Hi, Snake. Dead. How come that one only dropped 500? That one should drop more. I mean, one earlier dropped 600, so maybe I was, like, given a false amount. The reason why it dropped 600 was because, it, was overkilled. Peepus. Okay. Don't do it. Battle of the Ages! Okay. We're good! Nothing bad ever happens. At least these have very good hitboxes. For how annoying they are, they have quite good hitboxes. I love the sound of the what? The turning metal? You're just very auditory, aren't you? Zeus versus Hestia. The might of Vulcan! I haven't played Smite in a while. I wonder, I think they added Bastet to Smite 2, and they made her more of a cat. Less like a cat girl and more of a cat. They gave her a cat face to make her match the other Egyptian gods who have, you know, the animal heads. For some reason, she was a cat girl and everybody else was like, they have actual animal heads. And, ooh! The Balder side sword. That's one of my favorite weapons in the series, actually. I adore the Balder side sword. Kind of sad we're not going to be using it. This time around. Those guys are a very good farm for, how you say, large Titanite shards. For some reason. Yeah, I know. It was because the game, especially in the early days, was incredibly centralized. And often in ways that felt not very classy. Does that make sense? It was sexualized in a way that felt particularly misogynistic. Right? Where a lot of the jokes, especially about the female goddesses, is that it's like, isn't it funny? They're supposed to be goddesses, but they act like this. And that, I don't know. There's a lot of crass humor in early Smite. It was gamer sexualized. Palworld has Sekhmet? What do you mean Palworld has Sekhmet coming soon? Isn't Palworld like a Pokemon kind of thing? What do you mean it has Sekhmet coming soon? Sekhmet is an Egyptian god of destruction, isn't she? What is she doing in Palworld? What do you mean Palworld has Sekhmet coming soon? Those words aren't in the Bible. I think I need more attunement. I think I do. It's a bit annoying when you've got non-human men in fantasy, but the non-human are just women. You get big orc man with tusk and doesn't look like a human, then big orc woman that is... Yeah, fantasy sexual dimorphism. Fantasy sexual dimorphism. I understand what you mean. Fantasy sexual dimorphism. That's because most, like, especially, like, gamer fantasy and stuff was designed by nerds in the 2000s. Who don't have the highest opinion of women, or didn't have a lot of interactions with women, or were trying to sell to a very specific demographic of people who don't have a highest opinion or interactions with women. So the characters are hypersexualized in ways that fit too. And then all the male characters are male power fantasy designs. For some reason Anubis, pocket pairs? Based on what? So it's all the male characters are male power fantasy characters, and all the female characters are hypersexualized to the likings of the men at the time. I think unfortunately, by the way, that was Prince Ricard. We didn't get to see him use his funny rapier because he decided to shoot at me with a bow. So, good for him, I guess. You hate harem stories in anime? I think harem anime is hilarious. So I'm gonna I'm gonna gently push back on that. I think those are very funny. But yes, I can totally understand the idea of like the entire purpose of it to exist is to be like a wish fulfillment fantasy for lonely men. That's what you're looking at, a lot of media that is wish fulfillment fantasy for lonely men. And it's not going to be. Some of them are funny and actually work well. Well, that's the same thing with isekais. Like, a lot of people are like, isekai is terrible. And it's like, isekai is a genre. It's a very popular genre right now because nobody wants to be alive in this world anymore. So, escape narratives or, you know, becoming someone, being someone important narratives. Leaving this horrible life and waking up somewhere else. Am I making enough of a point? Maybe I should lay off a second. But you know what I mean, right? Like, there's a reason why these are so big right now. And it's the same reason why, like, harem anime was so, or still is big, but I think it's not as big as it was. Wow, I was getting schooled by this guy. Okay, he's dead. This knight is eating you? Yeah, he's destroying me. He is making it very, very... and I didn't even need to kill him! Good stuff! He doesn't have... I thought he was blocking something, but he's not. He's just there to be a roadblock to nothing. And before the Elder Scrolls is a harem video game series? Not harem, isekai! Wow, I was like, wow! Elder Scrolls dating sim? Can I get a high elf baddie? Hello? No, you ruined my life, Cobalt, actually. I am actually heartbroken. I am heartbroken right now, guys. Heartbroken. You got my hopes up for nothing, Cobalt. I was thinking that maybe I should find like a good dating sim or visual novel or something like that to play on here. I should play all of Tokimeki Memorial for the PlayStation. I don't know if there's a good translation for it, though. And they never got big in the States. Maybe after that video about the guy who made the video about the dating sim that killed the genre, maybe there has been a better fan translation because of the renewed interest in the series. But we'll see. You petitioned for streaming the Date Everything game? I remember Pal World has a dating sim in the works. Why? What is Pal World? What do you mean Pal World has a dating sim in the works? It has Anubis, it has Basta, it has Pokemon. You shoot and eat the Pokemon if I remember correctly. Like you can eat and kill them. It has a dating sim? Why? Is it a multimedia empire? Okay, well, from what I understood, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. In fact, I would prefer if you corrected me if I'm wrong. But from what I remember, Pal World was like edgy Pokemon, right? Where it's like, what if Pokemon but guns and you kill and eat the Pokemon? Why does it have so many things in the works? Does it need to differentiate itself from Pokemon so that it can't be sued by Nintendo for the upteenth time? I need to breathe. I am talking too much. But it's becoming a multimedia empire? Is that a JoJo reference? Okay, we have officially lost the plot. Pal World is more like Ark than it is like Pokemon. That's what I thought. I thought that that was the goal and the intention. If you kill this guy, no rocks. That was a weird, like, animation thing. Yeah, it happened again. These guys are not very difficult to deal with. I always thought it was more like Ark. That's what I thought too! Alright, now that he's dead, there will be no more rocks. No more rocks. It is a silly, neat monster design that is inspired by Pokemon, but it's very much not a Pokemon game. Okay. Okay. That's what I thought. But that's what I thought the gimmick was, is that it's like, inspired by Pokemon. Inspired by hit streamer Pokemon. Can we get Pokemon her own game? Can we make that happen? Nintendo, give Pokemon her own game. Someone got hit. Rip Pokemon. It has a Terraria car? What? Okay, it's much bigger than I thought it was. The gimmick is it takes a lot of mechanics from other games and puts its own spit on them. Nice. It's just spits all over them. Gets all of its saliva all up in those game mechanics. You guys want to share DNA with Pal World? You guys like sharing spit with Pal World? Ah! Okay, we're good. Don't worry, I love typos. I typo all the time. Hi, man. So this guy is supposed to be, like, he's supposed to look taller than you, but the way they did it is that he's just floating off the ground. And a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, it's a glitch. He's not supposed to be floating off the ground. FromSoft never fixed this glitch. And it's like, it's not a glitch. It's a camera trick. They are doing a camera trick to make him look taller than you. Right? Like, that's the goal. That's the rule. That's the goal now. He's supposed to look a whole head taller than you, so he's floating off the ground. Is it jank once you notice it? Absolutely. But is it a fun camera trick? Absolutely. But everybody's like, oh my gosh, FromSoft's so lazy. They don't fix the glitch. It's not a glitch. It's intentional, believe it or not. Souls. I feel like putting your own spit on something is its own kind of phrase. I dig it. I like it too, actually. Cobalt came up with something fire there. I like it. Yeah, you know, I just put my own spit on it. Large soul of a brave warrior. I want to buy your rings. I don't need them, but I want them. I don't need them, but I want them. Oh, I was like, what song did that sound like? It's I'm Turning 30 by Bo Burnham. It's Turning 30 by Bo Burnham. That's what it sounded like to me. When I try to do fire lines, I fall short. I don't like unintended mastery. I love unintended mastery. I love it when you accidentally do something awesome. Then you can pass it off as if it was your intention the entire time. Which I find very funny. I think that's a great joke. Alright, cage key. This key is the key to the cages. Bet y'all didn't know. Now you do. Now you know. Well, life is crummy. Well, now you know. That's Sondheim, but I don't know what show. And that's my bad. That's my bad. I don't know what show that Sondheim shows. Ow! Fair trade. Bragging begets belligerence. Gives you crickets. Makes you sad? I don't get it. I guess, like, if you brag, you make someone mad. Swagger. It's the, is it like the Pokemon move Swagger? You're playing a new character in Skyrim. Should you do heavy or light armor? Heavy. Full send heavy. You gotta go to Dragon Plate. You gotta get Dragon Plate. Not Daedric, Dragon Plate. Daedric's for losers. We do Dragon Plate. Everybody loves Dragon Plate. You gotta do Dragon Plate. Bragging begets belligerence is something that a Fire Emblem character would say, I think. I've never played Fire Emblem. I probably never will play a Fire Emblem, but that makes me think of Fire Emblem. Am I wrong? You'd say light, but you play modded? Well, I know for a fact that Infthafen also plays Skyrim heavily modded. Heavily modded. But heavy armor is cooler. Heavy armor is cooler wherever it appears. Bragging begets belligerence. Fire Emblem is an I series. All armor is equal in the eyes of restoration exploits. Correct! Incredibly correct! Everything is equal in the eyes of exploiting the systems that be. Large Soul of a Brave Warrior is a Dark Souls thing. Large Warrior of a Brave Soul is an Isekai thing. Warrior of a Large Brave Soul is an incorrect sentence. Soul of a Large Brave Warrior is a compliment. Brave Large of a Soul Warrior is for necromancers. Soul Large of Warrior Brave is nonsense. Thank you for that, Crazy. Can I get that pinned? Can we pin that to the wall? I want that on my refrigerator. This makes me very happy. I like this chat. I want it known that I like this chat. I will say it again. Large Soul of a Brave Warrior is a Dark Souls thing. Large Warrior of a Brave Soul is an Isekai thing. Warrior of Large Brave Soul is an incorrect sentence. Soul of a Large Brave Warrior is a compliment. Brave Large of a Soul Warrior is for necromancers. Soul Large of Warrior Brave is nonsense. Crazy Cake 2026. I'm pinning that to my fridge. Very good. Arr. No. We're good. Thank you. You didn't need to do that. We're fine. Snake. Dead snake. Dead snake. Dead freaking snake. I can't see. This is a very good view of where I need to go to make sure that I don't die. Very good view. Alright. So I'm gonna go free Logan, get that item, then I'm gonna fall down there and do that stuff. And then that's pretty much Sen's Fortress completed. That is Sen's Fortress completed. I don't like that the things reset. I wonder if you can mod the snake death sounds to be stupid as well. You probably can. There's got to be at least someone who's done it. There's gotta be at least someone who's done it. Snake. Cool. Cool. Alright. We've saved Logan, everybody. Thinking about the Lobo song. I wonder if that's done. I should check if that's done. They scream like Metal Gear. I wonder if they've replaced it with... I feel like that would get... tiresome? I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it would be fun and awesome the entire time.
Oh, hello. Don't mind me. Go on ahead. I'll be along later. I'll be just fine.
I don't like foo-ha-ha. I feel like I don't like foo-ha-ha. That is a weird way to write laughter from Soft. I guess it's supposed to be like foo-foo-foo. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Really? That was something that always got me about the Pokemon games. I was like, why does everybody say foo foo foo? Like, why do they laugh with F's? Well, it's because that character in Japanese hiragana is not foo, it's hoo. 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 So I mean, it can make an F, it can go foo, but a lot of the times it's supposed to fill an H. Almost like an H sound. Alright. Sounds like shark bait? Hoo-ha-ha! We actually watched Nemo the other night. Nemo's a pretty good movie. I like Nemo. We've been watching through a lot of the Pixar catalog. Like, a lot of the Pixar catalog. I think we've seen Ratatouille. We've seen, most of the Toy Stories, I think 1, 2, and 3. 4, actually. No, we've seen all the Toy Stories. We watched Nemo as established. What else did we watch? quite a few of the Pixar movies. We watched Turning Red. I remember watching Turning Red in college, and I didn't hate it. A lot of people had very polarizing opinions about Turning Red. I remember really vehemently hating the art style. And when we rewatched it, there was about a good 15 minutes where I couldn't pay attention to the movie because I was so mad about the art style. I'm still not a fan of that art style. I think it looks really bad. But I actually liked the movie better the second time I watched it than the first time. I think there's some things that are weird about it that don't age or don't feel right for the metaphor that they're going for, but overall, it's a solid film. It is a solid film. Did WALL-E yet? That one still makes you cry? I have not seen WALL-E yet. I think WALL-E gets at me because I love the planet, and we did not do right by the planet. They made a whole movie about what will happen if we don't do right by the planet, and everybody was like, let's save the planet, and then we did not save the planet. And it makes me really mad. So WALL-E makes me mad. And I have, I watch it only every now and then. Seen Angel Hair yet? I have not. Turning Red is perfectly alright. That is what I feel as well. I forgot you sent that to the Discord. So I have yet to see it. I am also really bad at watching series. Doubly so if they are TV and or internet series. Because I don't like watching things in episodes. I'm bad at TV. You are not a fan of the fact that the girls are obsessed with the boy band. Never a fan of boy bands? Well, a lot of girls are obsessed with boy bands. It's relatable content for many girls. A lot of the girls that I was friends with in middle school and high school were very obsessed with boy bands. A lot of the girls that I know now are still pretty big fans of boy bands. Not that I know a lot of girls, but I have friends who have children because I am of that age. You're not a fan of boy bands, and that makes you feel any better? That probably does. Does it help if you say the episodes are 5 to 10 minutes long apiece? It depends. Like, I'm just really bad at watching things. Like, if it's not a movie, and even then, movies, I have to watch comfort movies. Go, sick 'em, Tarkus. Sick 'em. Tarkus! Sick 'em! Get 'em, Tarkus! Get 'em! Get 'em, Tarkus! Ah! Guys! Guys! I fell down! I didn't want to fall down. I'm sad. I'm sad now. Tarkus is a bad dog. We gotta go again. We gotta give Tarkus another run of it. I actually think that is worth... Somebody clip that, please. Somebody clip that, please. Somebody take time out of your day to clip that, please. I need more clips. I demand more clips. As your sovereign overlord, I desire more clips. What I should do is, after this stream, sit down and dig through, like, this VOD and find moments to clip myself. Because that would be quite good. Inthafin is on it. Thank you, Inthafin. You get a cookie. I need to sit down because I need to make more content. Guys, I've been writing scripts and then I look at the scripts and I hate the scripts and then I don't work. I need to sit down and go into DaVinci Resolve and start doing some editing. I have 2 shows now. I have been cast in 2 shows. I am double booked, but I need to stop letting that be an excuse for me to not do the things that I want to do so that I may live my dreams of content creation. I need to sit down and create content. But it's hard. And it will only remain hard until I start. Right? Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I just finished my milk, by the way. That's why Bee's model freaked out. Tarkus, what are you looking at? Oh, he's admiring... Tarkus is he's a masonry fan. He really likes this pillar work. Oh, I gotta stretch right before I go into the fight. Oh! I need my souls. I like the wind blast in this game better than in the remastered. I want to point that out. Guys, I got a mosquito bite on my... He's fine. He'll walk it off. He's gonna walk it off. He'll be okay. I got a mosquito bite on my palm. On my palm. I'm very upset that I got a mosquito bite on my palm. You got it, Tarkus. He'll walk it off. Yeah, on my palm. Right next to my pinky, actually. It's like right underneath my pinky. So it's been itching so bad. Tarkus, you're gonna have to get in closer, bud. Tarkus, that's not gonna work. Hey, you're flying to Oklahoma? What are you doing in Oklahoma? Actually, don't dox yourself. You don't need to tell me why. I'm glad that you're gonna have fun, though. Flying, though. I was just about to ask what airport, but don't dox yourself. You don't need to tell me. Tarkus. Tarkus. You got him on the ropes. Tarkus! Tarkus, finish him off! Tarkus! What was that? Take a spoon, a metal spoon, and put it in a super hot boiling water for 1 minute. Then take the spoon and press it on the mosquito bite for a while. That sounds horrible. Thank you. Well, I feel like Tarkus got it. Come on, Tarkus, get it. You're so close. I think Tarkus is one hit away, though. Nope, we're gonna have to make Tarkus. Why are we microwaving a spoon? Visiting Rain's family, gonna meet your niece and nephew. Uh-oh. Babies. Actually, I don't know if they're babies. I don't know how old they are. But uh-oh. That sounds scary. People out here having children? Ugh. Crazy. I could not imagine. No, not testicular man! Not testicular man! What was testicular man doing? Hey everybody, this is testicular man. This was my offline character to make sure that the game worked. Bye, testicular man. Bye, testicular man. You have baby robins. They're a pain in your bird butt. What do you need baby robins for? Baby birds. I didn't mean to click testicular man. I thought they're technically not your niece, but they call me uncle, so you guess you've been adopted. That's good. That's good. I'm glad you got adopted. I don't know if it works like that. I guess it can work like that. It works that way, I guess. Adopting is the only non-cruel way to have children these days, and you need to make sure you can provide for them and for yourselves. Non-cruel way to have children is an... I feel like that is a philosophical debate that one can and should have. But I think that is an interesting way to phrase it. I don't know. Having children is kind of inherently selfish, isn't it? Like, there is a selfishness to the act of having children. And there's really not much that you can use to justify the action other than I want them. And I find that fascinating. Because they are necessary. they are necessary to continue the human race. You need to have children if you want to have more humans. But for a lot of people, especially people in power, children are resources, right? The poors have children so that we have more meat for the machine. And I feel like that's what's evil. Having children isn't necessarily evil per se, or even selfish. Like, it is, I mean, there is an inherent selfish desire to making another human being with another human being so that you can continue your lineage. But it's a selfish love, right? It is a selfish love in order to make another human being that you can love with the person that you love, to enjoy the process of raising a human being, to see another, I guess, version of yourself, if you want to get Freudian about it. Is that Freudian? But to have them experience the wonder, the beautiful, the magic of the world, and to be there with them every step of the way. We're gonna go until Tarkus kills this guy by himself. You don't like kids, but you have baby crying. Yeah, you feed them every day. I don't mind kids. I don't mind kids. I think they're fun. They can be silly, they can be dumb, they can be... Come on, finish him. Finish him, Tarkus. Does he not attack while the Iron Golem is like this? Huh. No, he attacked towards the end there. I helped a lot this time. I was like trying to make it fall over. Oh, Tarkus almost got thrown off the cliff. Let's see if he does get thrown off the cliff. Tartus. Correct. Go get him, Tarkus! Get him, Tarkus! Missed. Get him, Tarkus! Finish him! Iron Tarkus. Our Black Iron Tarkus. Get him, Tarkus! Dude, stop staring at him. He's on the ropes. You can finish him off. Good job, Tarkus. Everybody saw that was 100% Iron Tarkus by himself, right? He had no help with that boss fight, right? He did it all by his lonesome, right? We all saw that? Good. Good. I don't want to get the Slumbering Iron Ring. I don't want to get it. I don't care about it. I'm not going to go get it. Tarkus Aphardus. Sure. If you say so. God, that face. Good face. Grape Juice got a good face. Batwing Demons. I do love that the elevator to the Palace of the Gods is a bunch of scrungly weirdos. That's good. This is the taxi service to get to heaven. It's a bunch of brain freakos. And now Tarkus will continue to be a very important and living character for the remainder of the game. True. This is truth. Chat only speaks truth. Tarkus is cemented as one of the most important living characters in the series. Batwing Demons are stupid and dumb and I hate them. I agree. I hate their stupid spear. I hate that their stupid spear is like a PvP win tool. It's so annoying to fight people spamming the Bat Demon spear in PvP. Bad weapon. Bad weapon, FromSoft. Giant. Good stuff. These guys used to drop 3,000 souls, but they had their souls cut in half by a patch because people were farming them. And I'm like, FromSoft, that feels dumb. Why did you nerf farming in your single-player game? If people are hyper farming off of the giant sentinels, then what's the problem? What's the issue? I don't see why that's a big issue. When you attack the game dev's wife? Why am I attacking the... What? I don't think Miyazaki is married. Can I get confirmation on that? Is Miyazaki married? I feel like Miyazaki is not married.
Well, you are a rare visitor. Welcome to the lost city of Anorlando, chosen undead. If you seek Lord Gwyn's old keep, Exit here and head straight yonder. If you are
She
the
said
chosen
yonder
one, a
unironically.
revelation shall
She
visit
used
you.
yonder
What follows
unironically in
thereafter
conversation.
depends upon you.
But Estus Flask +3, everybody. Estus Flask +3. Yeah, there we go. That's good stuff. I want more spells! Now we can have 32 combustions. Ooh, Power Within is really good. Power Within is really important. There we go. Let's go make some noise. Do we have a Firekeeper soul? We did. The figure of Miyazaki is married. You need to take your daily nap. Good night, Cobalt. Thanks for coming in to say hello. I hope you have a good rest. I hope you had fun. Alright, one more big stretch. Oh. And a sip of water. You know, guys, I was thinking I might do Ornstein and Smo tomorrow. I might get to Ornstein and Smo and then finish them off tomorrow and start the Lord Souls that way. I think that that would be good so that I can start tomorrow's stream earlier and maybe have a better chance of people being able to come in and say hello. I think that would be not the worst thing to do. Maybe a 2-hour stream tonight, shoot for maybe a 3 or 4 hour stream tomorrow. Start at like 9 instead of 10:30. Okay. These guys are rough to take on more than one at a time. That +3 is really strong. I don't know. What do you guys feel about that? Scheduling, of course, logistics, and all that fun stuff. Okay, now you sleep. Good night, good night. Oh, bird facts. I need a bird fact. Oh, God. Fun bird facts. The northern cardinal is capable of seeing colors we cannot. The northern cardinal, also commonly known as the common cardinal, the red cardinal, or simply cardinal, is a bird in the genus Cardinalis. It can be found in southeastern Canada, through the eastern United States, from Maine to Minnesota to Texas, New Mexico, southern Arizona, southern California, and south through Mexico, Belize, and Guatemala. It is also an introduced species in a few locations such as Bermuda and all major islands of Hawaii since its introduction in 1929. And it can see colors that we cannot. How about that? How about that? Isn't that fun? Because we could also do the painting. I don't know if I should do the painting tonight. You like cardinals? Cardinals are very pretty. What team uses the cardinals as their mascot? What team does that? That's like a baseball team, isn't it? That feels right. There we go. That's going to be useful for getting through Anno Londo. Getting Rite of Kindling before Anno Londo is actually really nice, but you have to do the catacombs without fast travel, and that is not nice. That sucks. So you got to choose your pain. You got to choose which one you want to feel more. This is a funny elevator. Interesting design, Anna Orlando. I think it's interesting that it has this kind of corkscrew design, but you don't spin while you're on the elevator. Would that make sense? Wouldn't you spin while you're on it? Oh, I don't know. It's him. Everybody loves gargoyles. You get to fight them again. Ow. Don't know how that hit me. I don't think I'm gonna get his tail. Yeah, because he was spinning so much. I just gotta hit him in the face over and over again. No gargoyle tail axe. Sag. Okay. What do we got over here? Demon Titanite! That's awesome! We're using so many Demon Titanite weapons. We definitely need a ton of Demon Titanite to level up our weapons. Very exciting. This is gonna be scary. Especially without a shield. These next enemies suck without a shield. At least we can one-shot them. That's all I ask. Throwing knives. Oh, I'm kind of missing the flip. I stopped using the flip ring for like 4 seconds, and I'm already like, man, I wish I could keep flipping. Also, the sports teams that use a cardinal as a mascot are just called the Cardinals. Where do they play? Where do they play? Was really more my question. Good stuff. Oh, he broke the chandelier. I didn't know he could break the chandelier. That's fascinating. The rafter section is very lovely. Everybody loves the rafter section. Okay. Ooh, more throwing knives. These guys drop a good amount of throwing knives. Too bad they're way after Blighttown, where you kind of want more throwing knives. Dead. Dead! Yeah, the wolf ring, like, if you're not gonna have a shield, then you want poise. Because the painting guardians are quite quick. They are quite quick. So you want to be able to deal with them in ways that you might not have been able to before. Hello. My weapon's gonna bounce. Yep, but it still hit him. Hitbox was still there. Oh, okay. Okay. Painting Guardian Sword. Very good Dex Int weapon, or just Dex in general. It's a very good weapon. Good night, good night. Thank you for coming in to say hello. I hope you sleep well. They're NFL exclusively. There's Arizona, St. Louis, and Chicago. Are you saying there's 3 different teams in the NFL called the Cardinals? That cannot be right. Are you saying specifically in the National Football League there are 3 different teams named the Cardinals? Why? That can't be right. Good night, good night. Yeah, I think Ornstein and Smo is going to be tomorrow so that more people can see it. I don't want people to miss out on such a hype boss. That is such a good boss. You know what we could do? We could kill Lautrec and get my Firekeeper soul back. Oh, another gargoyle. Maybe this one will break the tail of. I like how gently they land. No, we're not gonna break the tail. I never realized the gargoyles were so good at turning around. I usually break their tail no problem, but these guys are turning around like champions. Yeah, I want to break that. Okay. Okay. Is he just, like, doing all the moves that are gonna screw me over? Didn't break it. But I got all of the gargoyle stuff. So I guess that's overtime. Arizona is the only current team with the gargoyles, the Cardinals. God, could you imagine if there was an NFL team named the Gargoyles? I'd be so excited for an NFL team named the Gargoyles. That'd be amazing. Please. Scary. Good stuff. Easy. Now we gotta go die to the Batwing Demons. That'd be great. Everybody loves dying to the Batwing Demons. Yeah, oh, this is gonna be lovely. I'm already excited for this. This is gonna be very fun. Ow. Yeah, I hate these enemies. They don't sound as, like, scrinkly as I feel like they should. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? It feels like they should sound more kind of sound. Does that make sense? Did that catch? They have too much kind of like modern horror movie monster sounds, like Quiet Place monster sounds, rather than what I imagine the Batwing Demons. They should sound like that one imp from Sky High. We also watched Sky High recently, and can I say, that poor boy deserves so much better than what he got. Everybody is way too mean to Will Stronghold. Like, that kid is just trying to do his best. He is 14 years old, and he's a good kid. He's a remarkably good kid for being 14 years old and a boy. Like, he's a good kid, and his dad kind of sucks, and his mom is not really present, and his best friend is a manipulative kind of jerk who doesn't believe what she preaches. And then he gets groomed by a 36-year-old woman, and everybody treats it like it's his fault that he got groomed by a 36-year-old woman. I don't know about that, fam. Also, the Sky High School itself is not a very good place. You know that the guy who wrote Watchmen, I think his name was Alan Moore, he said that superheroes are, like, inherently fascist, or something like that. I might be misremembering or misrepresenting the quote. But basically, he said that, like, superheroes and stuff like that, like, they're inherently, like, kind of like a fascist design. And I can kind of see the argument from where, I don't know where he's coming from. But in my head, I have constructed, like, why would someone believe this? And it's kind of like, yeah, they're superhumans. They exist outside the rules of man, and they're more powerful and more important than people. And so they live in a different class, a different sect of society. They are actually the Ubermensch. And that can kind of lead to fascisty. According to sports nickname fandoms, there are 144 sports teams that exist or have existed across professional, college, and high school named the Cardinals. That means that they can be, there were 12 times 12 Cardinals teams. That's pretty cool. Anyways, Sky High is the perfect fascist school. Like, unironically. Which means that the anti-fascist plant girl character could have actually been used interestingly if she wasn't a poser. If she wasn't a faker. Hi, Solaire.
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days. Smooth summoning out there. Anytime you see my brilliantly shining signature, do not hesitate to call upon me. You've left me with quite an impression. I would relish a chance to assist you. You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you? If I didn't know better, I'd think you had feelings for me. Oh no, dear me, pretend you didn't hear that.
I think Grape Juice and Solaire should have kids. It's an inherently selfish desire, but I think it's a desire that would bring great good upon the world if Grape Juice and Solaire had children. Solaire's a bi icon. Yep, he is one of the... I think he's like one of the canonically bi characters of gaming. And I'm a big fan of that. Thank you, Solaire, for being a canonically bi character of gaming. I was talking about Sky High. Like, the school teaches you how to, as described by Principal Powers, they teach you how to use your powers. They don't teach you what to do with them. And I'm like, ooh, Silver Knight Straight Sword. We're getting all the good drops, chat. Look at this. We got the Demon's Great Axe. We got the Black Knight Great Axe. We got the large club. Where is it? We got the Balder Size Sword. We got the Silver Knight Straight Sword. We got the Man Serpent Great Sword. We got the Stone Great Sword. We got the Painting Guardian Sword. We're getting a lot of really good drops. And we don't even have that much item discovery. We're very lucky. And I'm glad to share that luck with you, chat. I'm glad to share that luck with you. Welcome to the Scary Zone. They say, as Principal Powers describes it, who is one big walking Wonder Woman reference, because she's played by, what's her name, Linda Carter? Is that her name? And she goes like, I'm not Wonder Woman at one point, because she is Wonder Woman. What I did not know is that the nurse in the movie is also an actress from the Wonder Woman TV show, if I remember correctly. Gladys Knight, I think her name was. And I was like, oh, that's fun. They have more than one. But a school that teaches you to use your powers, but not what to do. And they have kids who are very clearly going to grow up and be supervillains. Like, they're going to be bad. That is very clear from the get-go that they are going to be bad. And the school does nothing. In fact, the school just continues to teach them their powers. And, like, they're gonna be annoying supervillains. One of them has, like, Mr. Fantastic powers, and the other one has speedster powers. I don't know if you guys know anything about speedsters, but they are pretty often busted. You don't want to be teaching that child how to use his speedster powers for crime and terrorism purposes, especially because their first major evil plot is killing every superhero. I mean, they're not dead, they're just turned into babies. But their old superhero personas are dead, because then they're gonna raise those babies to be evil, and they're gonna turn Sky High into a actual supervillain school, which I think is actually a really good metaphor for fascism. Wait, actually, no, wait a second. Wait a second. Don't say from the get-go. I'm gonna shut that down right now. Do not say from the get-go. You're gonna make me think I'm gonna say from the get-go. I don't want to do that. Now, wait a second. It's actually a pretty good metaphor for how fascisms take over, like fascistic dictators take over liberal democracies, right? Like, it's actually a pretty good metaphor, because the people in charge of the liberal democracy don't care or are bound by law to just let the fascists be. right? So if we're gonna take Stretch and whatever his name was, the speedster, right? And we're gonna take them as members of Gwen. What's her name? Gwen? Yeah, she was like a big Gwen Stacy reference or something. Gwen, the Royal Pain character, the leader of this new fascist dictatorship. And, like, the members of the liberal government recognize that these children are going to grow up and do evil things. But they don't do anything to stop it because it's not their job, right? And the second that they get faced with an actual, like, crisis, they break down and lose utterly, like get destroyed, because they allowed these children, and in fact taught these children how to take over this system. What was that one thing that one guy said? That is very descriptive. It's pertinent. It is a pertinent quote. There was a good quote about a guy who was talking about that he was a Nazi, and he said the funniest thing about liberals and liberalism is that you can take apart democracy right in front of them, and they will not do anything about it because they cannot believe that it can happen. And I think that is exactly what happened with Sky High. I think I could actually have. I think I could actually have. I could write something about that, right? Huh. Let me see if this is it. Sorry, this is a long tangent. Oh well, I'll find it. I promise. I'll find it. Hey Jake, how are you? I started talking about how Sky High is about fascism. And I got really distracted. How are you doing? I hope you weren't just sitting there staring while I dug through the internet to find a very specific quote that I can't remember where it came from. These are all mimics, by the way. You were playing Grand Blue Fantasy for a while, reconnecting and touching. What is Grand Blue Fantasy? Is it an RPG and or... I have two ways it can go. With a name like that, it is either an RPG or it is a fighting game. Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. So it's a fighting game? That sounds like a fighting game name. Am I wrong? We could use the shortcut. I could show off what the shortcut does, but we don't need to. Hey! It's Guinevere, everybody. What do you feel about Guinevere? I love this image. This is a very good image. I love when FromSoft puts random portraits in their games. I'm a big fan of the random portraits. They've really captured the European portrait style of like Rembrandt and stuff like that, where it's just people in silly outfits sitting in places. Is there Gacha RPG? But the fighting game is... Ah, I was right. It's a fighting game. With a name like that, it can either be a JRPG or a fighting game. That's the way it works. It's one or the other. Are you familiar with Melty Blood? I know Melty Blood because of its ridiculous name. I have never played it. I just want to know if anyone has ever played it ever, and they can tell me. You love Melty Blood. Okay, what is it about? Why is it named that? Why is it named Melty Blood? Why is the blood melty? What does that mean? The, concept? Yeah! The concept of melting blood.
Whatever can be done. Ah, you again. Let me
It's
guess.
about vampires.
When repelled by the Silver Knights,
Okay.
don't be ashamed. 'Tis the fate of vanguards like you and I.
So the vampires have melting blood?
We can overcome.
If the vampires were high school kids. This sounds very Japanese so far. I feel like we're getting... Do they look like, you know, vampires the way that vampires look in... No, wait. I'm thinking of succubi. Right? Because the reason why succubi look the way they do in Japan is because of Lilith and Morrigan from Darkstalkers. Because they have the little bat wings on the head and stuff. Nah, some people don't like this, but I think its strength is that everyone looks very unassuming. Interesting. No, stop kicking. You don't need to kick him in the face. He's not going to care about you kicking him in the face. Doesn't break his poise. They're just teens in school uniforms, and then their dark powers come out. Yeah, I was just a teen in a school uniform, and then my dark powers came out. Never mind, never mind. Put that back, put that back. That one's going back in the box. I love this concept art that we have on the walls here. Very nice concept art from Soft. Very Japanese, as you can imagine. Yes, it's super Japanese. From the name to the concept to the... Yes. Only in Japan. Melty Blood. I wonder what their intention was with the name Melty Blood. The blood... My blood is melting!
Oh ho! What's on your mind, friend?
Nothing.
Wait. You defeated those monsters?
Easily.
Fantastic. I'm saved. This
Japanese translations? What is it in Japanese?
hereby commends you. Take this as a token of my gratitude. But be warned, gallantry entails great risks.
But the blood part makes sense because of Shiki gaining vampirism and a blood rage one day. He gets a blood rage because he's so freaking cool. Is he the main character? Or she? Or them? What are they? We were talking about isekai and harem earlier. You probably would have had something to add to that conversation. I don't know. Do you like anime? I've just been kind of assuming that you're a big fan of it. Oh, Siegmeyer, the most lovable deadbeat dad there ever was. He is quite an enjoyable deadbeat dad. This is correct. You want me to, like, tell you... Yes, I would love to know all the lore you know. Unfortunately, you have come in here, and you have mentioned something, and you have piqued my curiosity. And my curiosity will not be sated until I have everything you know. I've been playing a lot of Darktide, right? Because of the new Skitari update. And one of the best things about the Skitari update is I really like the personality of the characters. The one that I have chosen, the Reverend, is just really fun. And I like that the voice also has that insatiable, like, curiosity and hunger for knowledge that I really relate to. Like, yes, give me more. I want to know everything. Everything you know. That was dumb. He's got a lot of damage and he's in a tiny room, so this guy sucks. You're not an expert, but you've gleaned it from the games just because you play fighting games, and not all their visual novels. There's Melty Blood visual novels. There's Melty Blood visual novels. What do you mean there is Melty Blood visual novels? Where are there Melty Blood visual novels? How does one get access to Melty Blood visual novels? Bashiki was just some regular kid who woke his vampire powers and had a kind of problem with the blood rage part. So, you become a vampire. It's like a genetic thing? An attractive senior, she's the 1,000-year-old, 17-year-old thing that Japan does, met up with Shiki and got him on a date or something. Uh-oh! He was predated on by an older woman, which also comes into the fact that we were talking about Sky High earlier. Look at that. We were talking about Sky High earlier. Alright, I'm gonna do the shortcut because I died. Oops, if I can get it. I messed it up! I messed up the shortcut! And he obliterated her because he didn't understand her powers, chopped her into many pieces, which was like the thing that snapped him out of it and made him go, oh god, uh-oh. Well, I mean, she predated. She was a predator. Does she die? Is she permadead? Or does she come back? Is she like, hey dude, that wasn't cool. Why'd you do that to me? Shortcut! But surprise, she's a vampire, a god really, and she comes back to life initiate and the whole thing they have going on. Ah! So she doesn't perma-die. Why must you destroy any opportunity I have at having fun, Mr. Tight Night Demon? Ah, that's a lot of damage. I don't like how much damage that is. That is a lot of damage if I can't even heal it with one Estus Flask. Ow! Alright, we broke his poise. Okay, I don't like that you're all the way back there, brother. Which is killing worse things. Ah! So, she turned him for the right reasons? Did she sense a latent power in this child? Do all vampires just get turned when they're like 17? How does that work? And he's done. You believe so? Okay. So she was like, oh, you cut me to pieces. That's awesome. That's exactly what I'm looking for. She's like, yep, nope, that's exactly why I turned you, buddy. You're part of our crew now. You do not have a choice in this. Also, I'm 1,000 years old. That's a little bit rough. That's a rough go of it. You were asking the right questions because these are the extent. That's it? Well, I guess my curiosity is sated. For now. I just know that Melty Blood has a ridiculous name, and I think it's funny. I think it's a funny name for a video game. Good stuff. No spear. No Silver Knight spear, but yes, Silver Knight everything else. It sucks that the Silver Knight weapons never came back. I feel like that was really dumb. I don't understand why they never came back. They were perfect shoehorns for Dark Souls 3. Why were they not in Dark Souls 3? They were right there. They could have been in Dark Souls 3. But they did not add them to Dark Souls 3. But yeah. How do you even say that? Arcuid? Brunstein. Brunstein, probably. Stein rather than Steen. She's probably German, not Jewish. Probably German, not Jewish. Recruits Shiki into a vampire war and the church gets involved trying to kill all vampires. And that's the moral interest of it because one of his child friends is recruited as an apostle and fights against him. Oh no! His childhood friend is an apostle of God and thinks he's an affront against nature as we know it. Oh, the angst. I can feel the angst. That's fun. It's all named Melty Blood. And there's visual novels? Ow. I didn't want you to stab me. I think there's also witches because Aoko has a... I mean, that would make sense. There's gotta be witches. It's like European fantasy monster stew. There's gotta be witches. Witches are always there if there are vampires. This is one thing you gotta know. There are always vampires and there are always witches. You can't have one without the other. Still trying to decide if I want to kill Ornstein and Smo tonight. Still trying to decide if I want to kill Ornstein and Smo tonight. I feel like it's a hype boss, and I want to have more people there to see it. It's like an important boss. I don't want people to miss it, you know? Oh, the visual novels are the main thing? I thought the fighting game was the main thing. Oh my gosh. It's a whole thing, huh? I thought it was like a little thing, but it's not. It's a huge thing. It's a massive thing. There's a lot going on. Okay. Sure. If that's the way it is, that's the way it is. You know what I'm saying? That's really funny, though. Thank you for sharing with me the lore of Melty Blood. Because I've always thought the name was funny, but I didn't know what was going on in the rest of it. I wonder if I can fast roll with the child, Mask of the Child. Ah, so I should probably have been wearing this. I know, you're a good forge man. You're the greatest forge man. Greatest there ever was. Let me get out your treasure chest! Let me get out of your treasure chest! Let me get out of your treasure chest. Ah! Thank you, sir. Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! Alright, we're good. And that universe warping cat is the infamous Neko Arc. Because a universe warping cat opened portals. Okay, so Neko Arc is from Melty Blood? Is that correct? Are you saying the Neko Arc is from Melty Blood? What do you mean Neko Arc is from Melty Blood? That feels like Arc? Neko Arc? Arc? Neko Arc? I don't like that, Jay. I think that makes me mad, actually. She's the cat girl version of Arquid. Arquid. Arcuied. Why is her name spelled like she's Greek? That's messed up. Actually, the more I learn about Melty Blood, the more I think it pisses me off. I think I'm just mad. I'm just mad now. Thanks for telling me this. I hate the knowledge. Oh man, that's funny. Dragon Slayer Great Bow. It's the greatest of the dragon bows. Someone hates Neko Arc the Goat? I hate Neko Arc the Goat. I mean, I don't hate Neko Arc the Goat. I'm just mad that it's from Melty Blood. And that it's based off of the 17-year-old, 1,000-year-old vampire girl. That's what I'm mad about. That's what I'm mad about. That's what I'm talking about. That's a little bit of a Gru reference for all you Despicable Me heads out there. I don't know if we have a bunch of those. Minion, Banana. You may clap now. You may indeed clap now. I've seen Neko Arc in other fighting games. I feel the black eye orb quivering. I'd rather not feel anything quivering, if I may be so bold. Moin. Yeah, that. Thanks, Inthafin. Moin. I've seen a pretty funny video of Neko Arc the cat singing 1,000 Miles to Ghost from Call of Duty Ghosts, and I liked that video. I thought that was pretty funny. Melty Blood actress again, type Lumi. What? Oh, those other fighting games are indeed Melty Bloods. Yes, you know the video I'm talking about. Good. Yes. Good. Good, good, good. No, I'm pretty sure... Wasn't Neko Arc a guest fighter and, like, something completely different? And now for something completely different. Like, not a Melty Blood? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know. But I thought so. She would have been perfect for cross tag. Alas, alas. Not in that one. I want to play Street Fighter Cross Tekken again. I don't know if anybody's played Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Huh. No, I guess she was a guest fighter in Melty Blood type Lumina. I'm really kind of mad. I'm really kind of mad that I'm on the typemoon.fandom.com/wiki/Neko Arc. I did not realize that Brune Stud looks the way she does. That is very 80s anime of her. That she looks that way. 80s, 90s anime. But she doesn't look like that anymore, right? She's got the red eyes! She's a vampire! Watch out, she's a vampire! Sorry, I'm just on the... Red Arquid. Also called Warquid! You can't call her that! What do you mean? That's not a guest. That's her franchise? What do you mean? She's a guest in her own franchise. She's a guest in her own home. Okay? You can't call her Warquid. That's so silly. This is a very unserious franchise. I must say, this is a very unserious franchise. Oh, wow. That tickled me pink. I'm having a good time. Oh, man. Actually, the series has now shot up. I am no longer pissed. Warquid made me quite happy. I would describe it as kind of goofy. Yeah, it is earnest in its goofiness, though. Someone out there thinks this is the coolest thing on the planet. And I am so proud of them. I am so proud of them, because by God, I think they're right. Oh, man, that's amazing. I'm in love. Oh, man. Neko Arc kind of pissed me off, but Warquid brought it back. I don't think I'm saying her name right. I feel like I'm butchering her name, but how do you pronounce her name? Arcuied? Arquid? Arswed? How are you supposed to say that? I haven't played any visual novels except for Catholic Schoolgirl. No, got it. Monster Girl Academy. They're Catholic schoolgirl monsters. I shouldn't start with I haven't played any visual novel except for ones with Catholic schoolgirls. That sounds bad. No, they were monster girls, and it was a wholesome Catholic academy, which is far, far better, I promise. Arcued? It's pronounced Arcued? Arcued? That makes more sense than what I've been saying. Arcued. Arcued? 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 I like Arcued. It doesn't sound horrible. Arcued. That's her name now. She is Arcued. Where's my eye? Where is me eyeball? It's I don't know how to pronounce that Pokemon's name either. Let's go get my stinky freaking Firekeeper soul back. That's an unfortunate angle. We were all up in Grape Juice's whole business there. Look at these losers. They're nothing to me. You know, I'm actually gonna, instead of poise, this might kill me. But we're gonna do this. Instead of poise, we're gonna do this. Ah! No healing, huh? You know, I'm gonna do a thing. Give me a second. This is very roundabout, but I swear it has purpose. Wow, Lautrex got good aggro. My man is on top of me. Benny Hill theme here. There we go. We got it. That would be an edit in 2014. Yes. I want to kill his little dudes. So you notice he has the, Ow. He has the, Ow, that was good damage. He can't be hurt by fall damage effect. Because something that you could do before they added that effect to him is pull him off of the stairs over and over again and have him die due to fall damage. And they didn't like you doing that because they hate fun. So they patched it out. They patched it out. Just like everything else in this wonderful video game, they patched it out. Dead! I'm making it harder on myself because it ends the second he dies. And you don't get anything from killing his little dudes. I just want to do it. Ow! Ow! Don't do it! See, you're glad that not discussing the plot there because I could not make heads nor tail. Isn't Blaze Blue, like, Guilty Gear? Isn't Blaze Blue an offshoot of Guilty Gear? Or, like, they couldn't make Guilty Gear, so they made Blaze Blue until they got Guilty Gear back? Am I wrong about that? Dead. Not an offshoot, but another property in Arxis. Another team makes it. Okay. I thought they made it because they lost the rights to Guilty Gear or something like that. I thought that's what had happened. But I might be wrong. Ooh. Guys, we just got the Ring of Favor and Protection. The FAP Ring. People do love the FAP Ring, but I would be medium rolling with the FAP Ring. I would be medium rolling with the FAP Ring. I think we're not going to use it for now. FAP Ring is necessary for, Iron, or Giant Dad. Best ring in the game, baby. Best ring in the series. It never gets as good again. Never gets as good again. Heartbreaking, honestly. These guys dropped 3,000 souls. Alright, 2 hours, 10 minutes. Ornstein and Smo next. You know what, we haven't gone down to the painting, but I think I'm gonna go down to the painting after Ornstein and Smo are dead. And then we can do Gwendolyn as well and turn it into nighttime. Daytime. I think that's what we're gonna do. Alright. I think that's a good stream to come back to. Nah, Arxis Red and Arxis Blue are 2 teams in the company. Okay. Okay. I don't know where I got the idea that they started making Blaze Blue because they couldn't make Guilty Gear. I don't know why I thought that. I remember reading that somewhere, and I guess you shouldn't trust everything you read on the internet. Alright. I think that's a good stream to come back to. I think 2 hours and 10-ish minutes is pretty good. I don't do super long streams, typically. And I think since most of my regular viewers have gone to bed, there's really no point in trying to push on into the late times because, like, all the people I'm streaming for are already asleep. So I think that's going to be good for... Yeah, you have a good night. Thanks for popping in. I'm going to come back tomorrow, hopefully a little bit earlier. But I'm going to try not to step on Cold's schedule. It was a chill time? Good. Good. That's what I always hope for. That's what I always hope for. I'm going to try not to step on Cold's schedule, but I'm going to try to stream a little bit earlier, probably around 9-ish my time, just to give people a little bit more opportunity to see Ornstein and Smo. But otherwise, what was my Discord notification? Oh! Okay. This is fine. This is fine. We're actually going to do a little raid for, one of the people I watch because she's doing charity streaming for Helldivers, I think, right now. And I think that would be a fun thing if she's on today. You know, it's just started. Uptime 2 seconds. Yeah, I think like tomorrow we're gonna be hitting Ornstein and Smo. And then I think the painting would be a good way to go. And then from the painting, we're gonna go on to probably Duke's Archives. Do you guys like Duke's Archives first? Duke's Archives is fine. It's fine. Duke's Archives is probably the best of the final locations out of Giants, and then from Duke's Archives, we can go straight to the DLC. Which actually would not be a bad idea, I think. From Duke's Archives, we can go straight to the DLC, and we can have a good time doing that. But otherwise, thank you so much for coming in to watch. I hope everyone had a wonderful time. I always do when you come in to watch. I hope everybody has a good night and restful sleep. But we're gonna call it for here. Good night, everybody!